So first things first, we're going to be making some baked roast chicken, whatever you want to call it. In here, I have 2 kilograms of chicken drumsticks. They've been washed and cleaned with lemon and vinegar. And I did put some slits into it. That way with the seasoning, it's going to really go into this chicken drumsticks. But let's season it up. I'm going to be going in with some salt, onion powder, garlic powder. I'm gonna be putting a packet of sazon in there, a heaping tablespoon of my homemade green seasoning, and we're just gonna mix it up. As you can see, it looks beautiful, nicely seasoned, and the sazon has given it that nice orangey color. Listen, this baked roast chicken is gonna be everything. So this is how it's looking. I'm gonna allow it to marinate for about half an hour, and then I'm gonna put it onto my baking tray. So there you have it, guys. Our chicken has been nicely placed onto our baking dish. The slits will enable them to cook quicker. I'm gonna push this into my preheated 200-degree oven for about an hour and 15 minutes. And when it's nearly done, I will show you how to make a nice sauce to pour over the chicken. That way it doesn't dry out. So we are just checking on our chicken. As you can see, it's looking amazing. It's created quite a bit of gravy, which I like. I have basted it twice. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna be taking these juices using my turkey baster here. And in here I have about 1/4 cup of barbecue sauce. This is the brand I'm using, just in case you wanted to have a look. It's this one here. Okay, but you can use any barbecue sauce of your choice. And all I will be doing is just taking the juices over here like so. See that? And putting it in here, because we're actually gonna mix it with the barbecue sauce, and then we're gonna pour it back onto the chicken drumsticks. All right, now I want this to bake really dry because I'm gonna be having this with some lentils. So this is why I'm taking away all of the juices and basting it back. As you can see, all the juices are out from my chicken. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mix up the juices from the chicken into some barbecue sauce. Okay, because I find the barbecue sauce to be too thick to pour onto the chicken just like that. Okay, so you want to mix it up using the tip of the turkey baster, and as you can see, it is not as thick. So now you want to get a generous amount and just pour it on there like so. You see this? Yes. Yes, darling. Okay, and this is literally going to make your chicken so tasty. All right, so it's not going to be too barbecuey. Still going to have lots of flavor, but my family loves when I do my chicken like this. Okay guys, looking delicious. So I'm gonna push this back into the oven and let this dry up for about 15 more minutes. It's been going for about an hour, so I know my chicken is cooked, but I just want it to dry down a bit. So I'm gonna give it about 10-15 minutes, and I'm gonna show you when it's all done. So next up, I'm going to be making some lentils. And in here I have 1.5 cups of lentils, and all I will be doing is putting some garlic cloves in there. I just sliced it in half, And over here I've got about 3-4 sprigs of thyme. Okay, you don't want to put in any salt, any seasonings in this as yet. You want to allow it to cook, and then we're going to season it up. So this is going to take about 15-20 minutes to cook on low to medium heat. So as you can see, our lentils are nice and soft. Just to show you, it's nicely cooked. Okay, but we don't have no seasonings in this. So to season it up, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of salt, about a teaspoon of salt, about a teaspoon of green seasoning in there. And in case you're wondering, my green seasoning is a blend of onions, garlic, spring onions, thyme, all that good stuff. I'm going in with a little onion powder in there as well, nothing too much, about half a teaspoon. Some garlic powder, about half a teaspoon as well. Also going in with about a tablespoon of oil. And last but not least, a little bit of my vegetable seasoning. Okay, now you just want to mix this up. Okay, and this lentils is nicely cooked, but I want the water level to reduce a bit. As you can see, has quite a bit of water in there as well. So I'm gonna let it boil down for about 5 more minutes, and then our lentils will be ready. And just in case you're wondering, this is a perfect vegan dish. In case you want to have it with just some rice or whatever, this is vegan friendly, vegetarian friendly. Okay, this is our lentils looking gorgeous. Next up, we're going to be making some rice. In here I have about 2 cups of rice that I washed about 2-3 times, and I put in about 2 cups of water. And if you want a more detailed recipe on how to make rice, you can check the link in the description box. It will show you how to make the perfect rice step by step. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with some thyme for some flavor. I'm also gonna put a little piece of butter as well, a spoon of salt. And in this cup over here I have some chicken stock, and this is from the chicken that I am baking. Okay, and this is just gonna give the rice some flavor. Okay, don't say I didn't teach you anything. Okay, you just want to mix that up and allow this to boil for about 10 minutes on low to medium heat. Okay, as soon as the water starts to dry up, we're gonna steam it with some foil for the remainder of the cook time. But the thyme and the chicken stock, listen, this is gonna give this rice some next flavor. It's gonna be so delicious. Say goodbye to plain boring rice. Now you can use a foil or a plastic bag, either or, just to steam up your rice perfectly. Okay guys, let us make some banana salad. In here I have about 6 medium bananas, and I have washed them. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of salt. Okay, about a teaspoon of salt, and then we're gonna go in with some water. All right, this is about 2 to 3 cups of water. And I will be adding a little piece of lemon in there, as I find this helps to prevent the bananas from turning black and staining. So this is a quick little tip that I learned. You need to allow the bananas to boil for about 15-20 minutes. They don't take very long to cook, but you will know because we're going to check it with a fork when it's all done. So allow it to boil covered, and I'm going to come back when it's all cooked. So next up, we're going to make our saltfish. This is what's going to go in our banana salad. And I'm going to be using some skinless and boneless saltfish. As you can see, it is nicely salted. Okay, so I'm using about 4 pieces because I don't like mine with too much saltfish, but you can use as much saltfish as you like. Because it is so salty, I actually like to go in with some water to rinse it out first. So we're going to rinse out the saltfish, and we're going to drain it out, and then we're going to boil it. So I have drained out the excess water. I gave it a nice little rinse, and now I'm going to go in with about 2 to 3 cups of water. and allow this to boil, and then we're gonna drain it off. Okay, so over here our bananas are coming along nicely. So it's been boiling for about 5-10 minutes, so it's now time to drain because our saltfish is ready. So what I did, I went ahead and put some cold water in, okay, just to cool it down a bit, and I will be shredding it into a small bowl. Now it's very easy to shred. You can actually go ahead and just squeeze it with your fingers like this, and it will shred so easily, but you can also use a fork. It's entirely up to you. All right, so because it is nice and cooled, this is easy to shred. And don't worry, any excess water I will just drain it off back into the pot. So this is our saltfish. I did drain off the excess water. You just want to set this to one side, and we're also going to be boiling some mixed vegetables to go into the banana salad. So over here is my bananas. They're nicely cooked. You can check it with a fork, and all I will do is to drain this water out and just put a little cold water in there just to stop it from boiling any further, and we need to allow it to cool fully before we go in and start slicing it. So you may not be aware, but traditionally banana salad is usually made with some form of mixed veg. So this is about 2 cups, and I'm going to be going in with a little bit of salt, nothing too much, and then I'm going to put some water in there, about a cup of water. You just want this to boil for about 2-3 minutes, and then it will be ready. So my veggies have been boiling for about 2 minutes, and it's now time to drain. It was just to soften them up because they were frozen. Okay, so on to the next part of the banana salad. We need to combine everything. So in a frying pan, I'm gonna go ahead and just put in a little bit of oil. I'd say about a teaspoon of oil. Nothing too much in there, okay? And I'm gonna go in with some of my green seasoning. All right, now we're just gonna saute this for about a minute, okay? And my heat is on low to medium, okay? And now I'm gonna add in my saltfish, okay? You just want to saute this for about a minute or 2, because bear in mind the saltfish is actually cooked, okay? So just saute that into the green seasoning. Now your saltfish should still have a little bit of salt, okay? And now I'm gonna go in with some of my Baron's curry powder. I'd say about 1/4 teaspoon of curry powder. So I added just about 1/4 teaspoon of curry powder, and this is just for some flavor. All right, looking lovely. And now I'm gonna go back in with my veg, and you just want to combine your saltfish with your veg. So as you can see, this is not oily at all. We just want to get a little bit of flavor into the veg, into the saltfish, before we combine it with the banana salad, because we don't want it to be bland. All right, if you have my banana salad, listen, you're gonna be licking your lips. Guys, this smells divine. Absolutely divine. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna add in just a little bit of vegetable seasoning. Nothing too much. Bear in mind our saltfish has some salt. I'd say about 1/2 teaspoon, because we need to get a little bit of flavor into all of this. And you just want to mix it up, okay? And this will be all ready. So it is nice and ready. As you can see, not oily at all. This is nicely cooked. All right, so what you want to do, you want to set this to one side so that it can cool off for a bit, and then we're gonna get started with slicing our bananas. So this is our bananas nicely cooled, and all I will be doing, as you can see, is just peeling it off. Okay, you want to peel it off. As you can see, all done. Take this away and pull this closer. So what we're gonna do now is to actually make a slit down the banana like this. Okay, and then you just want to slice it into small pieces like so. And make sure your hands are clean always when cooking, when doing anything in the kitchen. Okay. So this is our banana nicely done. And over here I have my saltfish with mixed vegetables. So I'm just gonna add in all of that into my banana. Okay, now we don't need to add any more seasonings into this because listen, this is so tasty. And now you just want to mix the banana with the saltfish and mixed veg, but be careful not to break it. You don't want this to get mushy at all. All right, so, and also just to mention, you don't have to use saltfish. You can just use the mixed vegetables on its own. But if you want that nice authentic St. Lucian banana salad, you're gonna have to use some form of saltfish. But this is entirely up to you. Like I always say, it's your kitchen, your rules. So you don't have to put saltfish. You can leave it out entirely. Just make sure to season the mixed vegetables very well. That way you don't have some bland banana salad serving up. Okay, so now that this is nicely combined, I am gonna go ahead and add in some mayonnaise. All right, mayonnaise is also optional. This is tasty enough to eat on its own, but I love to add some mayonnaise in mine. Not too much, but just enough, and that will bring it all together perfectly. The mayonnaise I'm using is this one here by Bats. This is store brand. I love Heinz as well, but I don't have any, so I'm going to be using this one, and I will be building on the mayonnaise as I go along. If you look closely, you will realize that I don't have lots of mayonnaise in my banana salad. You can adjust yours according to how much mayonnaise that you want. But listen, the full ingredient list will be down below in the description box with the total amounts of everything that I used, all right? So I'm just combining it. I don't think I'm gonna add in any more mayonnaise to this because I don't want it to be too fatty. Bear in mind, it's supposed to be a banana salad. But listen, you can always add some more mayonnaise if you want to. So this is it, guys. Our banana salad is all ready to serve. Okay, adjust the mayonnaise to your preference. I love mine like this, and that is all done. Gorgeous. This is it, guys. This is the ending of our delicious dinner. We have some fried plantains over here. You know my cooking has to have fried plantains. Over here we have our banana salad looking so delicious. We have some rice, we have some lentils, and we have some baked chicken. Do you notice how nice and dry it is? I didn't want it to have no gravy, nothing. It's nice and dry, delicious, man. There you have it, my loves. Dinner is served. We've got some baked chicken, we have some cooked lentils over here, some banana salad, some rice, some fried plantains of course, and this is it. I hope you enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll be seeing you again in my next one. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.